Hey, my lovely Patreon subscribers, it's Killarney, and happy 4th of July. I have a really neat little song for you. That's actually a really old song I wrote years ago with a previous band. I had sort of an electronica kind of ambient band, and so I'm actually going to do something I've never done before. Two things, and play one of those old songs just on the piano, and also I'm going to post that old track for you. And it's not perfect, it's not so totally polished, but it's really pretty and ambient and has really neat kind of far away sound to it. And what it's about is standing on the edge of America. And if you've ever been to the Outer Banks, which is one of my favorite places in the world, you will recognize the references in this song. So, in the Outer Banks, in Kitty Hawk, there is an amazing ecosystem of sand dunes, and you can climb up it, and then you get to the top of it, and you look down, and there's the Sound back there. So the Outer Banks is literally just a long, really sandbar, literally spit of land that all these houses and everything are built on. Wonderful summer destination. Certainly it gets the brunt of any hurricanes that come through there, of course. So there's a reference to that, and if you really know your Outer Banks lore, you might know, because I grew up going there like every summer, because I lived in Virginia, so you might know that years and years and years ago, there used to be a mini golf course that was located on Highway 1, right there in front of the sand dunes, and over time, the sand dunes are always shifting, and over time, they kind of enveloped the mini golf course. And as a kid, that's like, you can look it up on the internet. I think it's true. I mean, it might be an urban legend, but I was always really fascinated by that story. So a little reference to that went into this song. And also, I'm a big history buff. So you'll hear in the second verse, in the second section of the song, there's a reference to the very first English colony, the Lost Colony. And if you know that story, then you might understand that stanza as well. And then the third section of the song really just wraps up saying, with that refrain, you can't stay here. So I wrote this a long time ago, like in 2000, before everybody was really, really, really clamoring about global warming and the environment. And I've been digging this song out lately because it's still very, very relevant, and I think it's a great message. But we went to the beach the other day, and I stood on the edge of America, here in Florida, just looking out over the Atlantic. And the song came back to me, and the seagulls flying, which on the piano, I put the seagulls in there in the beginning of the song. So anyways, you just got to hear it. But I will actually post the original studio recording of the song as well. It's got some gorgeous ambient guitars and some good bass to it and all of that. So hope you enjoy that. That's Killarney Star with my old band Nectarine. So I won't normally be posting those, but wanted to bring this song back up. And I have a question for one of my patrons, who is Laura Christine, who lives in Hawaii, because there's a really funny thing that I did with the lyric in this song. I wrote it so long ago. There's a lyric in here, Alueni o ve'ia. And I'll write it to you like how I have it written down from when I originally wrote the lyrics, and so I can show you the spelling, but I don't know what that means. I got it from somewhere, and I don't know if it's Hawaiian or some other native language or something, but it sounded kind of Hawaiian, so I wondered if you knew what that was, Laura. So I'll PM you with the actual spelling of it. But that would be really interesting. This is the only time I've ever written a song and then years later been like, I don't know what that means. So I wrote it in some mysterious language, Alueni o ve'ia. Has something to do with the song. I don't know. So this is On the Edge of America.
Fly away on the wings of a seagull to the edge of of America. Their hearts fully arrived to start over on the edge of America. Carved a fort out in the salty pines. Named the baby Virginia dear. 1 year later, just a triste century. Spelling quota to the empty air, on a mighty little bar of sand. Not an island, but it's not on land, where the natives won't be jilted at the end of the day. The land will have her way. So you can't stay here. No, you can't stay here. Anyway, oh, no, you can't stay here. Here we lay down great houses of stone. Here we plant our family tree. You can take me far away from home, but don't take my home away from me. Baby, your shudders with a sigh. When the wind goddess sings her wrath, when the mountain stands a fiery light to the sky, then you hear the heavens laughing at our eyes on a mighty little bar of sand, whose fate was never in our hands. Whose fools defy the lines we've drawn, she will still be here when we're gone. No, you can't stay here. No, you can't stay here. Anyway, oh, you can't stay here. You can't stay here on the edge of America. On the edge of America. On the edge of America. We are all immigrants. We are all immigrants. We are all new here on the edge of America.
All right, so that's my odd little 4th of July song. And just for you, because you are my patrons, nowhere else am I going to post this. I will actually post the original to that song right here on my page later today. All right, thank you so much for your support. I love each and every one of you. It means so much to me. Thank you. Have a really fun and safe and happy 4th of July. celebrating all your freedoms, being grateful for all that you have. See you soon.